like to begin by describing the instrument, the guitar. The upper part of the guitar is known as the head, this area here. This is known as the neck, and the rest is the body. On the head of the guitar, we have the tuning pegs. This is what the strings, one end of the string, is attached to. And it's by turning these that we change the pitch of the string when we're tuning. On the neck itself, at the top we find what's called the nut. This is what separates the strings and keeps them spaced properly. The strip on the top of the neck is the fretboard, and these metal strips placed into the fretboard are called frets. And by placing our finger behind each fret, this is what actually changes the length of the string and creates different pitches. This is known as the sound hole, and this decorative design around here is known as a rosette. The other end of the strings are attached to the bridge. And it's the bridge that distributes the sound to which is called the top of the guitar, the face of the guitar, which creates the actual vibration, which creates the note. In order to begin playing, first of all, it's necessary that you find a proper chair. It's necessary that the chair is flat, and the main point is that it doesn't have any arms. Otherwise, you'll be banging into it continually. And one slightly different thing from other styles of guitar playing is that in classical guitar, we play with our left leg elevated. I use what's known as a classical guitar footstool, which is a collapsible stool, which can be set at varying heights, depending on how you adjust it. If you don't have one, simply use a pile of books or a brick or whatever, something that'll elevate your left leg, say 5 to 7 inches off the floor. The reason for this is that it brings the guitar into a position where both hands are free, so they can actually use their maximum potential. So pick up your guitar at this point, elevate your leg with a footstool or a pile of books or something, and just simply place the guitar on your lap, somewhat like this. The guitar will be supported in 4 points, at 4 points: the chest, left leg, right leg, and the right arm. And your right arm will rest on the guitar somewhere below the elbow, not above the elbow. And it'll rest somewhere just above the bridge, somewhere in this area here. It's important that you sit up straight and sit near the front of the chair. You'll find if you're back in the chair, it's a bit cramped. It just doesn't work as well. So sit towards the front of the chair, sit up straight, and support the guitar with those 4 points. It's important that the guitar is somewhat flat so that it's not slipping out like this. So if you place the curved portion of the guitar on your leg, that should probably give you the proper slant. So there'll be just a slight, very slight slant. Also watch that the guitar is flat or parallel this way. There's a tendency to really twist a lot sometimes, which is very hard in the back. So the guitar is simply flat and maybe a slight slant towards the back. The head of the guitar should be about eye level, so that when you look sideways, you'll see the guitar. You'll be looking probably at the upper tuning peg. The left hand, or the left hand and arm, isn't used at all in supporting the guitar. The left hand is entirely free. You'll find if the guitar is slipping in any sort of way, adjust your posture somewhat. Either pull the guitar in a bit or readjust it, but don't hang on to it with the left hand. It's necessary that the left hand is totally free to play notes rather than supporting the guitar. We'll begin now by actually tuning the guitar. The easiest way is to begin either with a pitch from a fixed instrument, say a piano, or, if you've got one, a tuning fork. This one is an A440, which is equivalent to the note produced on the 5th fret of the 1st string. So when you press the string at the 5th fret, 1st string, you get an A pitch. So if I play the A, it's the same pitch. You could also get that pitch, as I said before, from a piano or from some other source which has a fixed, correct pitch. If you don't have that, what we'll do is I'll simply play my E string, and you can tune to it. That'll give you the correct pitch. Now, how you tune is, as I said before, by turning the tuning pegs. As you tune in one direction, if you listen, the pitch rises. In the other direction, it decreases. Decreases that way, and increases that way. So there's your correct pitch for the E. Now the next step is you place any of your fingers on the 2nd string, 5th fret. And you compare the two notes. What you want is to get them sounding exactly the same. Now, for instance, if you find, what you can do is you can go from fret to find out which pitch is the closest. If it's above the fret, above the 5th fret, you'll have to tune the pitch up. Until you get the correct pitch. If you find that the pitch that sounds closest to that one is down here, then you have to lower the pitch. When you've got that string in tune, the next step is 4th fret, 3rd string. Then when you have that in tune, go to your 4th string, 5th fret. Again, adjust the pitch till you get it correct, till they match. When you have that one in tune, then 5th fret, 5th string. Then the next step, final step, is the 5th fret, 6th string. If you find that difficult, don't worry about it. It takes a bit of practice of getting used to hearing the pitches and adjusting them. So what we'll do then is we'll go through the strings again. This time I'll simply play the open string, and you can compare the pitch and adjust it according to mine. So first of all, the 1st string. second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, and sixth string. Let's turn now to the music you'll be working with as we start playing. In order to play classical guitar, it is necessary, first of all, to understand a few things about music notation. Musical notation consists of notes drawn on a system of 5 lines and 4 spaces, known as a staff. At the beginning of each line of music, there is a clef sign. In guitar music, the treble, or G clef, is used. Notes placed above or below the staff are written on additional lines called ledger lines. Here are the 6 open strings placed on the staff. The staff is divided into measures by bar lines. Double bar lines signify the end of a piece. A dotted double bar line indicates that the preceding measures are repeated. In program 1, we will be using 3 note values. Whole notes, which receive 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes, which receive 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter notes, which receive 1 beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the beginning of a piece of music, there are 2 numbers called a time signature. The top number tells you the number of beats per measure. The bottom number tells you the type of note to receive 1 beat. For example, 4/4. The top number tells you there are 4 beats per measure. The bottom number tells you a quarter note receives 1 beat.